Welcome to Crafting with Carrie. This is my fourth junk journal that I have made. Now, so far all the junk journals that I've made have been for other people, and I haven't made one for myself, so that might have to happen. But this one just makes me think of the person that I made it for so very much. This person is a very free spirit, and I hope that they embrace that throughout their lifetime. This is some antique buttons that I had acquired. I think so. I just used the string from the inside from binding the pages, but I might need to learn to add some ribbons or something there too. But they add some sound to the book. Clinkety clink when you're looking through. Okay, let's open this one up. When I picked this book, I picked it more for the color, and then when I got it home and I looked at the title, I was kind of like, well, that's interesting. This was called The Curse of Jezebel by Franklin Slaughter, published in 1961. I was like, well, you know what? The book is beautiful. It's a story. Actually, I read some of the story, and it was very interesting. It was a pretty interesting story. Again, I put at the beginning of the book a little tag at the beginning, little stamp made for you. Did I put something on the inside of this? Oh, yeah. There's a little much love from me to you as I made this book. Now, this theme of this book was a lot of sewing and skating and a little wintry and a little bit of a lot of different things. So on the page, on their letter that I wrote to them, so it's 2022, I stuck on a sewing pattern on the back, and I just love it. I think that adds some character. Again, I painted some gesso or paint on the original pages of the book. I sewed some pockets inside the book before I even bound it together. Got some little pockets in there. This was from my when I was playing with my original collection of junk. I had some netting that I used as a stencil. Then I added a different stencil that I had on top, and it was pretty cool. It came through quite well, and I just glued them onto some cards. This is one I just added every tiny piece of scrap. I didn't want to lose it, so I saved it all and created something different. This is a little story starter card. Very cool. There'll be lots of room in there for them to journal that. I've kind of discovered in 4 journals I've started new things already. I've just stapled some fabric onto the page here. There's my little Christmas wish, and I think this kind of adds some character, hey? The corner is just torn right off. I'm doing lots of tearing of paper. The dyed pages that I had, tea dyed. I think these ones that weren't very dark were tea dyed, and these ones are coffee dyed. And I had piles of old pieces, like the seam binding that I used as a pocket. And oh my goodness, this is so cool. Look at this from CN Hotels. It's like a little matchbook, but it's not a matchbook unless they use the matches out of it. It's a little sewing kit, you know, in case you have to stitch something up when you're staying at the hotel. So cool. Some art. We've got some really cool. Oh, sorry, recentering myself. Yeah, I've mentioned this every video, but I love how you can introduce art to people. I think one of my favorite artists is Vermeer. I just love the stuff that he did. Oh, here's a multi-fold pocket. I'm learning about all these new ways to create pockets. And there's a little girl on a swing, some stickers and journal cards in here. Created some journal cards, some tags. Many pockets in this one that you can fill up with. See that? I've got. Let's just take this out and have a look. I gotta show it off. Okay, so we'll start at the very back. There's a pocket behind the whole thing, and then there's a pocket right here, and then we've got another pocket just across on the other side, and then there's another pocket right here, and to finish it all off, we've got this teeny tiny little pocket down here. Isn't that adorable? And I made that out of the original book page, so it's nice and silky soft. Here's some more of the. I added a little bit of glitter on this one to get a little more eye catching from my background pages that I work on top of. Some map. Here's another multi-pocket. So I keep creating more and more pockets as I go along here. Here's a pocket. Here's some little pockets. There's a pocket. Oh, it says button up, so we had to put a button on this card. And then there's another one tucked underneath here. And that's made out of an old music sheet that I inked all the way around the outside edges. I just get so excited. I don't ever want to stop. I don't know when my next junk journal is going to be, though, because I need to do my scrapbooks again. I need to catch up. Oh, this one, I tried to make a paper clip out of this old needle threader. Yeah, we'll see how long that stays alive for. And there's a vinyl sticker for them. I'll just put that back in later. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if I explained this to you guys before. So because I wanted to use some of the original book pages, because they're so silky soft and delicious, that I took some of the fabric that I used to create the binding, the spine with, and I just stitched them together so that I could add some of them. You can see how they're kind of loose in there, but they're stitched in nice and snug. And here's the pocket with all of the layers of journaling, or if they want to make some little decorations with that. Here's the tea stained page. Here we've just got a big corner pocket with pieces from an old prayer book. Look at that art. Oh, I just love that old art. Some lined paper to create some amazing new drawing. This, I think, is a Da Vinci. Yeah, that must be the supper, right? The Last Supper, something from there. story about that painting is pretty interesting because it was painted on a wall that was crumbling already or something. I'll need some more factual information on that. But oh, this is just a library card and all of the things that were inside of it from the Barhead Public Library. Let's see, when did people take this book out? 80, 81, 82, 87. This was pulled out of a book called Rhymes of a Prairie Scot. Look at that old card. Do you remember having to get these cards stamped to say, bring your book back? Remember to bring your book back on November 19th. Please do not remove these cards from this book, otherwise you won't know when to return your book. I did work at the Swan Hills Public Library for a little while and tried to create a library at the FCSS, so I do love the books. They are amazing. I have my own little library too. There's another pocket under there with all the different pages that they can create something with. Add their own little notes. Oh, and here's the belly band. Oh, look here, we got a secret ambition. My secret ambition would be to be able to do this kind of stuff forever. I actually glued this right on here. It'd be nice if we could make money from doing these things. Maybe we'll give it a try. There are people out there that make money from doing these things. Oh, so this one is kind of a, we've got to pull this out and pull this out. Okay. And then there's a giant journal space. And then we have a little, I made it so that you have to like open it up. And then you can write down some memories. And then, oh, we've got that poem in there. And I couldn't choose, so, you know, I made it so we could read either side of the poem. And then in here is where we have our beautiful family photo. Yeah, it's fun to have all those memories. Wonder what they were thinking as they were traveling across the country. Here we go. Tuck that back in there. So I kind of folded that in there and tucked it in. There we go. Okay, I'll just put that to the side for now. But this is a big belly band, so lots of other papers can go in there too. Oh, let me get myself adjusted here. Oh, you can see my stack of the inside of those papers that are yet to be used up. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get to my next. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Kind of brain doesn't work all the time, but I want to do a scrapbook. So yeah, I think I might have mentioned that already. Romp in the country. All of us country folks with the catching our butterflies. A little bit of stamp words, a little bit of doodling, a little bit of stickers. All the things that I love most. On, that was a green dyed paper. Here's another tea dyed paper. It just makes it a little bit not so stark white like this one. And then we have a little, what's going on here? A little surprise. Our little surprise page. Here's where I'm playing with some altered paper clips. Got to use up all those little extra pieces of fabric. And there's a little card in there. Another flip out. And I know there's some, there's some little surprises in it. Look at this. I got a hold of some super old stamps. This hobby is going to make me want to collect all things old. I know it is. Another little journaling card in there. Yeah, I love the old books, but now I'm thinking, oh, the old stamps and the old tea cards and there's so many amazing things. Sorry, my sheet is moving about, but otherwise my desk gives way too much glare. It's a beautiful sunshiny day outside. It's awfully cold, but it's sunshiny. Let's see, what do we got inside here? Oh, an elegant lady. And I've got a little, I'm playing a little more with the papers from that I watercolored. And there's a little hidden pocket, little surprise up there. Here's a little more of the pattern that I pulled out some of those interesting elements. Made ourselves another little book with some, oh listen, some little crinkly paper. Did you know that the airmail used to be on like this kind of vellum-y, transparent tracing paper kind of stuff? That's what they used to send the airmail, so it wouldn't be so heavy. And I used some pinking shears to create some texture along there. And let's see. Oh, and here's my double band. I did do kind of some similar things in each of these last 3 books that I did, just because I had to make them quick. I had to make them so that they can get them for Christmas. Hopefully they can still get them for Christmas. I know you guys will be seeing these videos after Christmas because I needed it to be a surprise for them. Tell me about the big fish you nearly caught. It will make a good feature story. I think that goes well for all of our fishermen around here. There's fishermen everywhere. The big fish story. And then I had this little zipper stamp. I thought that was adorable on the edge of the stitching. This is an old, like the wrapper around the hem facing fabric. And then I found this beautiful little figure skater. Made it into a little journal card. And more music paper. Oh, here I'm exploring a little more with the making little doodads on the end of the paper clips. And I was so excited when I found these. They are, well, this is a photocopy of paper dolls from 1962. Oh my goodness. I have to admit, there was a few in there I was like, oh, egads, I can't believe they were doing stuff like that in 1962. But, yeah, we're human. There's interests out there. I just stuck that on there so they can create some of their own pages. And this little tag says, look at me. We've got something interesting happening down here. And I just took a little piece of, extra piece of lace and stuck it on a couple of the little extra snippets of paper. Oh, I'm never going to be able to throw out extra pieces again. It's going to be horrible. I'm going to have piles and piles. Some figure skating stamps. I already have a hard time getting rid of scraps. Now it's got to be strategic. Here's a little fairy card. I didn't tuck anything in there, but it's more of like a little extra journaling space. This is what is that? A little, I don't even know what it's called, but this is the fabric that I used for the spine of the book. And I've stamped some writing lines on that page. Here we have another, oh, I'll have a look inside there. Oh yeah, there's I think it's a Vermeer of a lady doing some stitching. I believe he did lots of general house, general home daily duties. He had one of a lady with a milk jug and men sitting at their desks doing their work. Here's some girls are just born with sewing in their souls. A little journal card, and this was from a packaging from cuffs. They would keep your wrists warm in those homemade jackets. Oh, and these gorgeous buttons. I don't even know how old these are. There's a 10 on there. Was that 10 cents? 10 cents for 6 buttons? I don't know. Possibly. It was only 39 cents for 2 cuffs at the Robinson store. Here I was attempting to just cut out some words and create a new sentence. Give some inspiration for some writing or some thoughts. And the music box, they're little skaters on top of the music box. And here, this was another one of those, it's where the needles, you get the needles in there. Canada's largest exclusive retail manufacturing. And inside there, because it kind of gave me a few different tuck spots. This was a journal card that I made literally just gluing all those extra little pieces together. And another one. Adds a little bit of character. And a tiny little card. We'll just tuck that in there as a little surprise. See how it just sticks in there? And that's stitched on. So we'll just stick those back in there. And I think we're getting to the end of the book here. Yeah, I had fun with the zipper stamp in this book. And I think that's it. Ending with a nice silky page. Yeah. And I put the fun stuff on the inside here. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at the junk journal. Come back for more fun things. I do all kinds of different crafts, so not just junk journaling. Card making and cooking. Well, not so much cooking, but maybe a little bit of baking and scrapbooking and pretty much everything in life that can be creative and fun. And I hope I inspire you to do some of your own creativity, creating, and yeah, just enjoy every day, whatever comes what comes your way. Yeah, and have a wonderful new year, and come back and join me for more fun and exciting things.